Blog Talk Radio.
Hey, John. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I'm actually having a good day. How are you?
I am pretty fantastic. I'm glad that it's Thursday. That means that the week is almost over, and we all know what happens on Fridays. So I can't say that I'm complaining. I can't say I'm complaining. You all, this is your host, Angel Vondrina.
And I'm your co-host, John Mosby, and you are listening to Confession
Session. Yes,
you
you are.
do that on purpose. You do that on purpose.
You know what? Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do.
I'm like, oh my God! Like, how long does it really take for you to get on unison with that? Like, I just want us one time to do Confession Session together. Just once. That's it.
You are a goofball. You all, we want to thank y'all for tuning in this week. We truly appreciate the love and support. Don't be afraid to share, tweet, retweet, and like our posts in regards to Confession Session. And if you know somebody with a secret or somebody that needs to get something off their chest, have them call the show because we want to hear it all.
Absolutely.
And don't forget to like our fan page, Confession Session. We want to hear from y'all. Yes.
And our question, should I go into the question of the day?
Yeah, let's go into the question of the day.
Okay. Our question of the day is, why do minorities lie about being mixed? I want y'all to think about that. And this is real life. Like, I see this all the time. Why do minorities lie about being mixed? All right, we can start.
Yes, that's good. That's going to be I can't wait to answer that question. We're definitely going to be taking calls later on in the show for our daily question.
Okay.
Once again, why do minorities lie about being biracial? And we're going to answer any questions you may have for us or about Confession Session as well. Jean, you want to get into those topics?
Or should I start? I thought you wanted to start.
Oh, yeah. We're going to talk. We're going to talk about first, y'all, the L.A., Lafayette, Louisiana. Unfortunately, there are 5 dead, 20,000 rescued from a historic flood. It's pretty sad. The historic flood, it killed 5 people and forced more than 20,000 rescues. It continues to sweep across Louisiana, and on Monday, the region pretty much braced for even higher water. So more than 12,000 people had spent nights in shelters, and 40,000 homes and businesses were without power. That's so sad. I mean, Louisiana, the rescue team, I feel like they're really doing their job, though, because it was 20,000 people rescued, and some even plucked from the rooftop. And then on top of that, the National Guard was on ground assisting those in high water. And then I just feel like it's awesome that they have an action plan just in case things like this happen, like shelters and that they have set up across the state. But it's still unfortunate that 5 people passed away. And the highways, once again, are flooded and they shut down. It's just a huge tragedy. I'm sorry for everybody that's going through that currently. And, I know I'd be dead and gone if I was somewhere because I can't swim. I'm telling you, if I was stuck somewhere, I cannot swim, so I'll be gone. Well, how you feel about that?
I mean, my only question is, because I don't really know too much, but it's just like, was there like a state of emergency first? Like, was it the whole situation as far as like how, like what it was with Hurricane Katrina? Like, before it happened, they were telling them to leave the state. Like, this is what's going to happen. Was it the same situation? And also, it is unfortunate. You said what?
I was just going to say, I didn't see anything like that as far as them warning people, hey, we need to leave. I think that, it just started building, and then eventually it was everything was covered. I mean, it's crazy. It's a sad situation, but go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's kind of fucked up. Like, this is the second time this has happened. Like, it's like that state just be going through it, and I was just there a couple months ago, and, it's just the culture is amazing, and, it's really unfortunate.
Yeah, I agree. You guys are going to move into an even sadder topic. A Houston mother, charged with drowning her 2 children in the bathtub. Pretty much, she stated that she casually drowned her 2 kids in the bathtub and stashed their bodies under a nearby home, and that's what we were told by authorities. Her name is Shaborda Thomas. She was 30 years old. And how the cops, they were aware of the situation is because she told a man helping her move on Sunday that she killed the boy and the girl. And when he pretty much just, whatever, that's what you're saying. But she said it again. And pretty much, he was like, get the cops, get the po-po. Somebody needs to go over there. Where them kids at? The 2 children that she killed were 7 years old and 5 years old, a boy and a girl. It's real sad. My opinion in this situation, you never know what somebody is going through in their head when they murder people. But Shaborda Thomas is charged with capital murder for drowning her 2 children. I can never understand why a parent would want to kill their child when there's so many people that want kids, that want to adopt the kids, family members that can take the kids that has been helping in the past. It's a tragic. She's facing a judge, and I feel like she needs to meet the same fate, that she faced her children with. Rather that's getting the death penalty or going to jail for the rest of her life, and then the fact that she's just a matter of fact. When I killed them, shows that she doesn't care, but also it can show that she's crazy. And I really hope that she does not get an insanity plea. It's just sad. I couldn't even imagine what would make a parent want to do something like this. Why put them under a house next door? And the kids were older, 5 and 7. That's not no itty-bitty babies. What's the problem? How do you feel about that?
I agree. That bitch she's crazy. She definitely deserves to get the capital punishment. Like, she deserves to die. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, she suffers the same way that she made her children suffer. Because, like you said, there are so many people that want children. And it's just, that is, the worst. To me, when you, affect a child, that is just, you're, the worst kind of person. You're scum. You're disgusting. You know what I'm saying? It's just, what would make you, that ain't in a fucking 5-year-old. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to move differently when you're around a child. It's just, I don't know. It's just no matter how bad they are, no matter what they do, at the end of the day, this is a little human being. You know what I'm saying? How could you have that much of a force?
I don't know. I couldn't imagine. I have a 3-year-old, and as bad as his ass is at times, I can never imagine doing some shit like that. Never in my life.
It's
so
the same with,
and he's bad too.
My niece. I don't have children, but it's just I'm crazy about them. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I just can't imagine anybody hurting them. When I hear about little shit, it's with me, you know what I'm saying? And they're not even my kids, and I be so overprotective of them. When I hear about him going outside, and, he can defend himself. He's a sham, so, he be ready. But, but, when, little kids be trying them, you know what I'm saying? I be wanting to go out there and fight them little ass kids. What the fuck you fucking with my nephew for? He ain't doing shit to none of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I just can't. You know what I'm saying? I just can't fathom that. What would, and, they say, postpartum depression, and I understand it is hard adjusting to having a child, but I don't think it should come to that. That shit is not okay.
But
to a point where you just want to end their life.
First of all, this is not adjusting because the kids were 7 and 5, and then she also had a 12-year-old. But thank God he was at his father's house at the time, and he was not harmed. So she killed her two youngest, and then it's just, that's crazy. I just couldn't even imagine. That's crazy. But speaking of somebody doing things with kids, a South African, a South African woman, she was sentenced to 10 years for kidnapping a baby in 1997. 1997, I was 7 years old. So that's 17 years. She's a South African woman. She's been sentenced to 10 years. She's going to go to jail for kidnapping a 3-day-old baby and raising her as her own child. Pretty much, she's a 52-year-old woman. She remains anonymous. And, she pretty much states that she hasn't done any crimes other than this. To me, this is psycho. The kid was just a few days old when she kidnapped him at random. And then how the kid was caught is a random chance meeting with a sibling that led to an arrest of the mother. So the child met one of his siblings, and that led to the arrest. And this just shows you that whatever you do in the dark is always going to come back in the light, and will always come back to bite you in the ass. So that's just what it is. But my thing is she lacks emotion and remorse, and when she's talking to the judge, and she's lucky to me that she only got 10 years, although that may possibly be the rest of her life, being that she's already 52. I mean, you never know. But why not take responsibility for your actions? Like, I mean, you know what you did. Like, 17 years you had this baby. I think it's funny, though, that they want to take her sentencing into consideration based off the fact that she's a one-time offender. You don't know that. You don't know if she's a one-time offender. She kidnapped a whole baby, a whole entire baby. Like, yes, I said that. What else? She's done more. She's done more. What do you think?
Fucked up in the head. It's another situation of, like, the bitch is clearly crazy. And also, it's so many different situations to where you can have your own child. Like, you can get artificially inseminated. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a surrogate out here. You know what I'm saying? You can adopt children. It's so many children that are in unfit homes that need to be adopted. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's no reason why you would want to, that you should take a child from a happy home. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
what is the point? You know what I'm saying? And then also, it's just like, I want to touch on the fact of it. It's just like, what are you doing to the child at the same time? You know, like, I remember it was a similar situation. It was a true story, but it was like, do you remember that? It was like a Lifetime movie or whatever, and like Keke Palmer ended up playing a girl, and like the nurse kidnapped this child, and then like find out later on that like she was like kidnapped and all this shit, and it's just like, do you not understand like the kind of stress you put somebody through? It's just like, you're not supposed to be with this person, like she's not supposed to love her, but at the same time, it's like this bitch didn't raise you, so you know what I'm saying? You're like, you know what I'm saying? You loving a monster like this is your mother when this is not even your fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like the kind of stress that you put on like a child when it's not worth it. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I understand 100%. I understand 100%. That's crazy. But also, Ryan, did you want to touch up on that?
I don't really know too much about the situation. I know like Ryan Lochte, who is an Olympic swimmer.
Yes.
He in Rio at the moment. Like I think he said like he was held at gunpoint or something like that. But then authorities came back and said like he was that he was having issues with security, and it was just pretty much inconsistencies with it, and like it was a warrant issue for his arrest because it's already, in Brazil, like they're known for like their high crime rate. So it's like making them look even worse. And it's like the fact that he made this up for whatever reason. Like, do you know the reason why he made this shit up?
Well, okay. First of all, I just don't understand why somebody would lie about being robbed, especially someone well known, like a gold medalist. It just makes no sense to me. But obviously, this is something that's very real because two men, Ryan and James, they were detained from boarding their plane to answer questions at the police station. But it was a total of 4 men that stated that they were robbed. Ryan stated that 3 men carrying police badges pulled the taxi over, ordered them to drop to the ground, demand their wallets and belongings, and then robbed them. But Ryan said that Ryan Lochte, he was already home when the judge seized their passports. So he got home, he got to Rio or whatever. But the other 3 men pretty much were held back, but they're not facing any charges currently. I mean, it can be true, right? I mean, but they can't find a taxi to corroborate the story, and pretty much what happened to the taxi driver in the meantime. It was just a lot of inconsistencies in their stories. Like one man said 3 people held them up. One guy said 1 person held them up. The other person said it was a few people. So, I mean, they not, like I said, being charged currently. But it's strange, people, they see different things in a life and death situation. So we just gonna have to see what happens with this.
I don't think it's to the point to where you don't know. I mean, you may not recognize the person, but it's just like, you gonna know what the fuck going on. Like, to me, that doesn't make any sense. Like, but it's just like, I wonder, like, what is his reasoning for lying? Was he doing something wrong? Like, did he maybe miss a practice? Or, you know what I'm saying, like a meet and greet that he's supposed to be at? He was like, him and his homeboys was like, let's just come up with this bullshit. Because to me, and, I've heard, like, a couple of my guests, like, talking about it earlier, like, it sounds like he's lying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's just the fact of that you would go way overboard to say something like that, knowing that you're a celebrity.
Right.
I don't know what to believe. Like, I want to follow this story. I want to continue to get updates on it. And hopefully, if he did lie, he'd come forward and say, like, yeah, that's not true. Because, I mean, I can see both sides. It's Rio. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they are known for robbery. But at the same time, like, Rio's authorities want to put an end to this because they saying, like, we already know for this kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? If it didn't happen to you, like, why are you making this shit up? Like, this is not cool. You making us look bad, even worse than we are. Like, our water already nasty. Now we got to deal about motherfuckers being worried about getting robbed over here. Like, come on now. I'm like, Rio got too much going on. Like, I thought I was ready to go to Brazil one day, but shit, fuck that, man.
Not no more.
Fuck that. Right, okay.
Yes. All right, well, y'all also, the question of the day, once again, we got a few more listeners. So, why do minorities lie about being biracial? So, that is our question of the day. Once again, why do minorities lie about being biracial? We are going to go into our next topic, Milwaukee Riots. We are under attack. No. No, but seriously, it all started like when the gas station, familiar if you're a Milwaukee person, that's tuning in currently.
Everybody listening not from Milwaukee, you got to explain this as like a general situation.
Right, I'm just saying, but I'm on the street corner. The street corner name was Sherman and Burleigh.
Which is the hood. Like,
yeah.
My dad, like, used to have, like, a rental property on, like, 30th from Burleigh. And I remember I would be so scared, like, to go with him over there. Like, it was psycho. What was you saying now?
That's funny. You are so silly. Pretty much, it was a man at a gas station. He shot at some kids. Now, this has happened either earlier this month or I believe it was earlier this month. He shot at some kids that he thought were, trying to rob the gas station or whatever like that, but they were, I guess, loitering. And they ran away, and then they went to court for it. I believe the guy was acquitted of any charges. And so that happened, like I said, earlier this month. Well, what sparked this huge uproar was a black police officer killed a man named Seville Smith Sunday morning. He posted on Facebook also that something happens to him, tear the city up, and that's exactly what happened. I can't say I don't understand why they did what they did with the gas station because he got off, and you don't just shoot at kids because they're outside the gas station. That's ridiculous. But for them to go, they were stealing at the hair store, stealing over at the hair store and posting things on Facebook, showing what they've been doing. Pretty much a black cop killed the guy who tried to shoot him. Apparently, that's what the news is saying. But they haven't released any tapes yet. And pretty much that prompts a night chaos. I hate the fact that they're trying to associate what happened with this kid with the Black Lives Matter movement because they're like, oh, Black Lives Matters. They're tearing Milwaukee up. Like, are you kidding me? Like, no, that Black Lives Matters is supposed to represent something positive, like what actually happened, to people that actually were hurt by police, not what's going on right here. And then they're saying this is racism, but the cop was black. And it's a lot that's going on. I mean, has Milwaukee ruined an entire movement? Like just seeing all of this stuff posted, all the video cameras that's outside right now, they got choppers in the air. Scott Walker prompted the National Guard to come over there. They're ready. They're all over the north side. It's crazy. I'm like, wow. That's some scary stuff. But those are the things that I've been hearing lately. How you feel?
Well, I heard in the streets, like how Justin said. But, I don't know verbatim, you know what I'm saying? But, I'm from Milwaukee, so, I hear things, I talk to people, you know what I'm saying? But what I was told is that, sir, and the guy, you know what I'm saying, like, went to high school together, like, they didn't fuck with each other in high school, you know what I'm saying? And then also, like, before he went to the police academy, like, he, like, portrayed himself as, like, this thug, like, you know what I'm saying? So, pretty much he was known as, like, a bad cop, you know what I'm saying? And then also, it's just, like, a lot of other shit, like they feel like he was sleeping with, like, his home. Like, I don't know if it's people in the police force or, like, people that he fucked with, like, wives, and, the nigga just pretty much wasn't shit. But they said that Mayor Tom Barrett and also the chief of police in Milwaukee has viewed the body cam. And from what they said, is that he did the right precautions. Even though they did have beef or whatever was going on from the situation and, this long, extensive history, like, he had the right to kill him. Like, that's pretty much what they said. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, once they release the video, then everybody can stop, stealing from the hair store and messing up the streets.
And that's my problem, because it's just like, and it kind of, it pissed me off because, like, one of my homegirls, like, she wrote, like, the status saying, like, people say they're, like, woke, you know what I'm saying, and they do shit like this. And it's just like, you can't say that. Being woke is not stealing from no damn or rioting. Being woke is meaning, like, you know what the fuck going on, but you're doing what you need to do to put yourself in a better position and put your people in a better position. Woke people ain't saying go out and riot and, you know what I'm saying, protesting is fine, but woke people move like, you know what I'm saying, let's get ourselves in office. Let's elect the right officials, you know what I'm saying, that don't have that racist background, that are in the communities that, they're trying to police, you know what I'm saying? So for them, like you said, to put them into a situation of, you know what I'm saying, like, this has to do with, like, Black Lives Matter and police brutality when it doesn't. Like, you know what I'm saying? This
right.
The boy was doing some fucked up shit. Like,
yep.
At the end of the day, like, nobody deserves to die, but like I said, if they're saying, you know what I'm saying, they seen the video and he did what he was supposed to do.
They need to leak that footage so people can stop going crazy.
Yeah.
Then what was so crazy is that photo that's floating around with him with that gun in his hand pointed at the camera. He's wearing like a RIP shirt with one of his homies on it. That was crazy.
Who is?
Seville Smith.
Oh.
Yep. So I just would have been mad when they was blocking the street. Like, I'm trying to beep, I'm on my lunch break. Move up. Like, I was so upset. Like,
I would be trying to ride
I'm trying to let you know. I'm trying to let you know.
You also did touch on the fact of, like, they're pulling white people over, like, in the hood. Like, if they see, like, white people, like, in the hood, like, they pull them off their cars, like, beat them up. Like, it's just going too fucking far. Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit is scary. And I remember they was doing that shit, like, years ago. Do you remember when we went to State Fair and they was doing that shit?
Yes, they was beating everybody up.
We was walking around eating, like, getting on the rides. And then, like, you know what I'm saying? We went to left, niggas running in one direction. We like, what the fuck going on? And this walking around.
Dude, it was a bunch of them just
get home and the news is, like, saying all this shit was going on. I'm so glad we missed that because we was, like, in oblivion. Like, we did not realize what was going on. And I'm so glad. Because that's crazy. Like, that was a blessing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, them motherfuckers was really, like, being on some, like, mob shit, like, for no reason.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yes, I remember that.
I saw an article. I don't want to keep, you know what I'm saying, harping on it and touching on it, but I saw an article of, like, where they said, like, Milwaukee is, like, one of the worst cities for, you know, Black Americans. And it's just sad, like, you know what I'm saying, like, being from there, like, you know, and I still have pride, like, in my city. Like, I'm happy, like, to be where I'm from. But at the same time, it's just like, you cannot spend your life there. Like, you have to get out of there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, it's some other.
Yeah.
It's some other. But speaking of Black Lives Matter, it's still niggas out here who act like they don't know what the fuck going on. And I'm gonna talk about this, and I'm saying, and I'm gonna give my opinion in a second. But I just want to say, like, I can't stand when a nigga act like he don't know what the fuck going on, like, because he's in a different situation. You know what I'm saying? And okay, I'm just gonna go into it. Cam Newton, if y'all don't know, he's like the North Carolina Panthers quarterback. He said in an interview with GQ magazine that he feels his attack on him as his professionalism, like him being a quarterback, has nothing to do with his race, and that as a nation we are past that. What do you feel about that, Angelica?
He doesn't want to talk about race. He says it has nothing to do with race. I think that he's truly delusional. It has everything to do with race. He's a black quarterback, unfortunately. That's exactly how people are going to see him unless he's white. Life is about race, and that will never go away. I mean, I can understand him not wanting to discuss it because that topic is touchy to him. But, it shouldn't be about race, but that's too bad because he's black. Eventually, he will have to talk about the topic, and he might as well touch upon his black history because there's always going to be some dick in the media that does not want to listen, and they're going to want to piss him off because he's famous. And so they're going to test Cam Newton. I hope he's prepared. And he seems like he's a good man, but he's ignorant, and it's bigger. It's not bigger than race. I feel like no matter how much you want it to be, to me, it's just not. Everything is about it. I mean, should I go to work? I'm cool with, my coworkers. I'm the only black person in my department as far as on my immediate team of billing. And shit, some motherfuckers, they stick together like glue. I'm not even going to, it's whatever, I'm the youngest person, but I have 4 white coworkers, and all 4 of them left me today and went out to eat. That's all I was saying.
They all do what?
They all left me today and they went out to eat.
Damn.
So I was just like, okay, whatever. But, I went downstairs and got my soup, came back upstairs, and then by the time they all came back from their lunch, my ass was gone for the day. Don't even matter, though. While they still had to work another 4 or 5 hours. So, yeah, that's how I feel about it.
What I feel about it, I wouldn't say, like, he doesn't know. Like, I feel like Cam does know. Like, when you're black, you're very much aware of you being black. I feel like he chooses to ignore it, you know what I'm saying? And it may be because, I don't know his back history. Maybe he grew up around a lot of white people, and he feel like the white people that he around treat him a certain way. And I'm not saying, like, all white people are racist, because I do have a lot of white friends. I am comfortable in a room full of all white people, but it does matter the certain kind of, like, white people that you are around. Like, what I'm saying? Like, there is very much racism, and it does. Like you said, like him, his criticism as a quarterback has everything to do with his racism. And if you don't believe that shit, it's just like someone was saying, like, he needs to type in his name on fucking Twitter. Like, I guarantee you now, if you look on Twitter and you type in Cam Newton, it's every 5 tweets is gonna be, some nigga, some nigger. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so what does that mean? And I get tired of African Americans feeling like they need to be politically correct when it comes to race. Like, because you feel like it may hinder you, but at the same time, you're selling the fuck out. Like, that's what it looks like. You are like, okay, Tom viewed to these motherfuckers who don't fucking matter, who's never going to like your black ass, it's not worth my dignity. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's fucked up. Like, it's okay to fuck with white people and still be like, it is racial injustice in this world. I do this shit all the time. And if one of my white friends bring it up, I'll be ready. And you think they don't like me any less because I tell their ass what it is? No. So why the fuck do you need to feel like because you're around white people that you need to change who you are as a person, change your beliefs to fit in? You know what I'm saying? If you feel like you need to change them, they don't fuck with you like that to begin with. You know, just because you're going to get your dick sucked because you're rich and you're a football player and you're well known, don't think that if it was the other way around, you would be treated differently. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that brings me to another topic, Caitlin Doubleday. Pretty much discussing being the only white woman on the cast. She was asked on a TV Guide, how does it feel to be a minority amongst minorities, and she gave her opinion. She pretty much stated that it's been really eye-opening, and that because she grew up in LA public schools, she was really comfortable around other cultures. She never paid attention to being the only quote-unquote white person, and she did grow up in a white privileged way. She stated she's 31 years old, and pretty much for a really long time she has never, even wanted to believe in racism. I don't know how, but I just want to know, as far as like TV Guide goes, why was this a topic? I want to know why you wanted to bring this up in the first place. But she mentioned during talking about the racial implications of her character that she didn't, like I said, grow up around racism, and her family had lots of black friends, and she went to several integrated schools. And she also stated that it was weird for people to be racist, just like as far as now goes. It's weird as far as, for people to be racist, she thinks. And as far as her being a minority on the show, she just says that it's just a little strange to her, when people were wearing Lucius Lyon, he was like, that white bitch, there was a big uproar about that. Everybody was, that's what it is. And she was just like, okay, why are people so happy about this? Right? Like, it's just a show, and I mean, it's like the soap opera, but you gotta really sell it, But also, she stated that if she married a black guy, her family, they wouldn't even blink an eye twice. And she's actually married to a man that's half black. All in all, it was an interesting topic to discuss, and it was interesting hearing her opinion and her point of view on things as far as being a Caucasian minority on the show. But she was really positive about it all.
Yeah, I like the fact that, because I read the article too, and that she was so honest about it. Like, she did realize her white privilege, and also that she does, see the injustice. And, what I'm saying, because she is the only white person in the cast, you know how niggas is. You know what I'm saying? You got that one white friend who cool, who down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna say everything you would say in front of your black friends because you like, well, shit, you around us all the damn time. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got to filter myself around you. But right. I do respect the fact of her, keeping it real. And I am glad, you were saying, like, you don't understand why TV Guide brought this up, but I am glad that touched on it. People need to realize, you know what I'm saying, stop denying that you don't know what the fuck going on. Like, I hate that shit. Like, when white people act like they don't realize, it's like me saying as a man, like, I don't see that, men get treated differently than women, that men don't make more than women, that, men are feared compared to, feared and respected more than women. I see this shit all the time. Work when it's like, a white management, male management compared to a female management. Like, it's always joking, nobody take it serious. And it's like they could be doing the same motherfucking thing, but everybody got something to say about what this female got to say. Like, what the fuck going on. It's time to start speaking up, even if it doesn't have anything to do with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to say something. I don't know.
Yep.
Maybe I'm being too emotional. Right.
No, you ain't being emotional that much. You know what I'm saying? I hear you though, seriously. Yeah, I totally feel you. Let's go into the topic of this rapist
topic? Oh, shit. I forgot all about his ass. Darren Sharper ass, his old gross ass. Well, if you all don't know, this was I feel like this is like breaking news today, but he was sentenced to 18 years. Darren Sharper was is formerly a New Orleans safety with the New Orleans Saints. He pled guilty to drugging women to make it easy to rape them. The reason why he was sentenced to 18 years is because he did this to such a high number of women. He did this to 16 different women. U.S. District Jane Malazzo rejected a plea deal that was made 6 months prior, where he was only facing 8 years. What do you think about that?
Former star Darren Sharper, 18 years, 16 women raped across 4 states. He's sick, okay? All these women in the world throwing themselves at you. All this money you have. You could have done anything you wanted to do, but you chose to rape them. You are sick. Hopefully in jail he meets the same fate. Drugged and raped. I'm just saying. That's awful. You don't do, like, come on. Like, dude, you could have paid them if anything. Like, why rape? You know, like, you got all, you look what you've done to your life. Now you're in the bind. Now we all see you like, you know what I'm saying? It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's just nasty.
I feel the same way. Like, I feel like it's disgusting. Like, I feel like people like that, they clearly have issues. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at it, like, he's fine. Like, he's very much attractive. And like you say, he's rich. Like, he's, like, well known. You know, he chose to do this. Like, you did this because you wanted to. Like, you could have pretty much any motherfucking body you want, any woman, any damn man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why the fuck do you feel like you need to knock somebody unconscious and take advantage? I'm pretty sure if he would have pursued some women without all this shit, 9 times out of 10 they would have fucked him regardless. But it's the fact you wanted that bitch to be knocked out sleep. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is sick. And it's just like, I hope that, like, his victims can overcome it, because that's some real ass shit. Like, shit like rape and molestation, it's hard for a lot of people to overcome. You know what I'm saying? And he deserves whatever happens to him. He needs to get under the jail, throw under the jail. You know, rape. You know what I'm saying? If they drug his ass and rape him in prison, he deserves that shit too. And that's all I got to say about it.
Yeah. Just
shit, should we talk about the question of the day again?
Yeah. Did you want to? Okay. So, why do minorities lie about being biracial? That is our question of the day. Why do minorities lie about being biracial? All right, y'all. We're going to get into our next topic, Meek, Mills, and Drake. So, y'all, the 29-year-old rapper, Meek Mills, is who I'm speaking of, pretty much acknowledges that, yeah, he lost the battle. As far as with him and Drake goes, y'all know back-to-back, I'm sure. And it's ridiculous. It's been like a year since back-to-back has even came out. You know, Meek Mills is absolutely hilarious. He finally addresses to the media talking about he lost and he don't care about what people got to say. Then he mentioning Jay-Z, like, yeah, I had a conversation with Jay. You know, when he told me don't feed into all this social media crap. Boy, bye. We don't give a damn who you talk to. Like, you lost the battle, you know, and your little sister had to come and save you, which if you're ever in a rap battle again, you need to contact your little sister first so she can help you with that diss. Y'all know Meek Mills, he quickly became the butt of all jokes, but despite all of that, he pretty much said that he wasn't too bothered by it because the as far as the keyboard warriors go, because he's still making a good living. He said, I'm still getting that money, so it don't matter. But yeah, why is he talking? I got some advice from Jay-Z. Like, okay, like I don't understand. Like, why are you saying that?
He definitely was bothered by it. Like, I don't care what motherfuckers got to say. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people can tell you on the internet all the damn time how beautiful you are, how fine you are, like how much they love, whatever. That one time, motherfucker be like, you ugly, you stink, you be ready to cut their ass out. So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
imagine the whole world.
So it's like he had to go through this shit for months on end. Like, he definitely felt some kind of way about it. But to be the bigger person, he should have just left it alone.
He couldn't even get on his Facebook page without seeing a meme of him.
Right, okay. Like, they was tagging his ass in it, I'm sure. You know how trolls do. But I hope that he realizes from it, like, this is just a lesson. You know, you pick and choose your battles. You know what I'm saying? Don't fight with a motherfucker that's bigger than you, especially, like, you caused this shit. Like, you caused it. Like, so what? He had ghostwriters. Like, what the fuck they got to do with you? And then the thing is, they said that he was mad about the ghostwriter because the ghostwriter wasn't right for him, and he ended up having the ghostwriter beat the fuck up. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, what you mad because the nigga wrote Drake hooks, but he didn't want to write your hook, so you jealous. You jealous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shit, that's crazy. All right, y'all. We're going to get into our last topic of the evening, the game and the 3 Kardashians. Jen, did you want to touch up on this?
I don't know too much about it, so not really. I know, like, he like... Go ahead. No, I was saying, like, didn't he, like, release a song, like, saying that he fucked, like, 3 Kardashians? Just obvious, like, who he fucked. Like, who else could you have fucked? Like... Right.
Well, yeah, he released his song, Sauce, and pretty much was saying he fucked the 3 Kardashians. And, you know, I just feel like, come on, are we really surprised that the game smashed all 3 of them? I'm not sure if it's true.
Like, that's just... You said what? I'm sorry.
I'm not sure if it's true. He might have said it jokingly, but like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if they were trying to get themselves out there prior to, I mean, even though the Kardashians, the name was known for a long time, the kids, when they were young, Kim and Khloe, them, you know, trying to get themselves out there, sleeping with rappers back in the day, you know, but the game pretty much said that back in 2014, well, from what I heard, not the game said, but they said in 2014 that the game and Khloe, they seen them together after the split with Lamar, but when he addressed the media, he said that he was only involved with Kim. I just feel like that's weird, but he also stated that he known Khloe for 12 years and was actually her roommate back in the day. And I don't know. I mean, let's be serious. If he was back in the day, he was the roommate, he probably smashed that. He'd say he hit Kim. You know what I'm saying? He probably smashed all 4 of them, 5 of them, however many Kardashians, Rob ass too. You know what I'm saying? All of them. How you feel about that?
I do. I believe it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the game just don't come off as, like, a liar. Definitely is an attention seeker, but I don't feel like he's that kind of person that would stress it too. But it's just like, why? Like, why air them out like that? Like, that shit not cool. But at the same time, it's just like, y'all, so you know y'all talk about it. It's like, I'm kind of annoyed with them because I'm like, why the fuck would y'all fuck the same nigga? Like, all 3 of y'all, that is disgusting. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking like you know what I'm saying, like my sisters or like my brother, like, if we talk to the same dude, the same girl, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't want that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just look at them, I would look at them differently. Like, you had somebody that I'm related to, like, ew, like, you know, I don't quite get it. But yeah, I do believe that he did. But the game talks too much sometimes. Like, he did, this is not the first time he tried to air everybody. I remember, like, he was trying to air all them video vixens in Wood Against Fire. And none of them came out in, what is it, like press charges, what's that shit called? For, like, defamation of characters.
Yeah.
You know, like, because.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, that shit was true. So, yeah. But, question of the day. On to the question of the day. Why do you feel like black people lie about being mixed? Angelica, why do you feel like black people lie about being biracial?
I don't know. I feel like maybe because they want to be, it depends on, you know, age range, but younger people, they may want to be accepted, I don't know, for some apparent reason. May want people to look at them differently. Just hopefully, people there think they're exotic or something. But I think that all in all, it shouldn't even matter about that. I mean, research actually confirmed that a lot of people do say that they are biracial, and you can't really tell to me if a black person is mixed, like a black person, you know what I'm saying? But in my opinion, black is beautiful. I love my Milan, and I've been told that I look exotic when my hair is jet black and my eyebrows are done, but that shouldn't affect how folks they see me, Like, why do you feel?
I agree with you, and that's the reason why I wanted this question is because, like you said, like I was reading the article where they were saying that it was like studies show that black people in general, are more attracted to someone who says that they are mixed or are from a mixed background. And it's just unfortunate. I feel like it definitely does reach back into slavery days and Jim Crow. Everybody, wants this. They want to have, this, to be with somebody, to have children by somebody that is, seen as beautiful. Like, you know what I'm saying? And what's seen as beautiful in our country are, people of other races. Everybody except for black people. Like, it is fucked up to me because I was not raised in that kind of family. You know what I'm saying? Like, my family definitely taught us to be proud of who we are. You know what I'm saying? And I noticed it, a lot of times, because people, literally, I would say every day, people ask me my race, every fucking day. Especially white people love trying to learn somebody's damn culture. When I say I'm black, they be looking at me like, oh, that's it? Yeah, bitch. I'm not mixed. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yes.
They be like, so you're not from nowhere? You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy to me. We have to start feeling better about ourselves because it's not fair.
Exactly.
It's not everybody, and and I don't even want to say black people. That's the thing with black and brown people. Because I remember people I grew up with. I went to high school with this girl who I knew both her parents. Both her parents were fucking Mexican. Bitch, she swear for now she's half Japanese. I'm like, bitch, why are you lying? Why you lying? You not Japanese, or you not.
He's funny.
For real.
Y'all, we're going to ask you all, we're going to get into taking our calls. Before we take calls, during our calls, we will pick random people to speak by stating their area code and the last 4 digits of their number. If you don't want to participate, just say pass, and we will move on to the next caller. We are only going to be taking a couple calls tonight. Our first call, we're going to start from a 704 area code. The last 4 digits of that number is 4932. You're on the air.
Hey, y'all, what's going on?
Hey.
Hey, okay. So I deal with people like this all the time. Or I'm around people with that. And I feel like most of these people have a deeply rooted racial complex that's maybe passed down from generation to generation with some of their family members that might be a little whitewashed. And most of the time it's the people with the same dry, brittle, natted up hair on their head. So and so maybe that's a part of the issue too. And then, too, I feel like with all this police brutality going on, that some of them just trying not to get the fuck shot. So it's if I'm half, if I'm half white, I got half of a chance of making it out alive. I don't know.
Yes. Do you have a 3?
I'm sorry?
I said, do you have number 3? Because I heard 1 and 2, and I'm like, where is number 3?
Number 3, well, maybe maybe they just really are biracial, and how black people just don't like it. You ain't biracial, and they really.
I love it. Thank you so much. That was good. All right, y'all. Our next call is coming from a 414 area code. The last 4 digits of that number is 9130. You are on the air. You're on the air. All right, y'all. We're going to take that next call. That area code is 919. The last 4 digits of that number is 9726. You are on the air.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like these days and time, everybody trying to keep up with the social part of life, you know what I'm saying? It's just just because your mother perms had when she was pregnant and somehow you magically got gay hair, don't mean you're fucking Dominican. But people will laugh about it like to the death of this. And I don't understand.
Yep.
I agree.
Thank you. That's exactly how it is.
Psycho.
That's exactly how it is. You know, it's just sad, you know, in general. I feel like you shouldn't have to pretend like you're somebody else, you know what I'm saying? But, hey, people, they do it all the time. And, you know, some people are just true con artists, and they get away with it.
Right, okay. But no, hell no. You like, I feel like you know deep down, like, you know what I'm saying, like, it, I don't know. Like it makes fucking sense. Like, if somebody's mixed, like, to me, I just feel like the main thing with me, because, you know what I'm saying, as far as, like, the Hispanic thing, because, you know, niggas is Hispanic, I'm Cuban, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you can't really, like, base it off that, but as far as, like, the Native American or, like, the white thing, it's like, if your daddy ain't white or your mama ain't fucking Native American, like, stop that. Nobody want to hear about your great damn granddaddy being from, like, you know what I'm saying, you're, like, you don't know that. Like, you don't know. Like, show me a picture. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and even if they was, like, that don't mean you mixed. You are a nigga. Like, we are niggas. Like, do you not understand, like, the fucking slavery days? Like, come on, dog.
Like, you're hilarious. Like, you are so silly.
No, but seriously, it's just like, if I took a DNA test because, you know what I'm saying, I'm interested. I wanted to learn more about, like, my roots as far as, like, my African ancestry and, like, specifically, like, what country. But technology is not at the point to where they can tell you, like, what country or more so, like, the region. So, like, I'm 80% West African, 20%, you know what I'm saying, everywhere in Europe. Like, you know, but it's just, like, literally, I'm sure if any nigga on the block took that shit, it would be the same shit, dog. Like, we all have some mixed ancestry in us, but that don't mean that we're fucking mixed, dog. Like, if you are not 50% this, stop claiming that shit, dog. Like, I'm sorry. Like, stop. You look ridiculous. Like, you look crazy.
Oh, my goodness. You are so silly. Do you have a confession?
Yeah. Like, I feel like I'm going in on black people today, and I feel kind of bad about it. But it's just like, after this, I'm just going to let it go. I'm going to ease up on our people next week. But my confession is, I do not like when black people get uncomfortable with seeing other black people in a environment that is not necessarily black or more like affluent or like more like you have to, you know what I'm saying, like, I don't know, like pretty much, I don't want to say like where I work at, shit like that, but like where what I do and where I'm at, like I'm around, I would say a good 90% of people have money. So, and I'm not saying like it's necessarily like all like, you know what I'm saying, not black. Like there is a lot of black people that come in there, but I feel like sometimes like you see that like when black people, like when they see me, like they get like uncomfortable, like they didn't expect me to see me there, like they didn't want to see me there. Like do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just told you a story earlier about my job.
It's like black people have like this kind of a crabs in the barrel mentality, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they be like real life like taken aback, and it's just like, no, yeah, they do. It's niggas up in here. Like, I'm sorry, like you're not the only one. I'm sorry you have to save up to get in this bitch. Like you are like, but it's okay. Like it's okay. Like be happy. Like I don't know. What's your confession?
That's funny. My answer is I hate a fake-ass, a co-work fake. That's what I'm going to say. Pretty much I got a co-worker, and every time I go on vacation, a couple times a year I go on vacation, this bitch always acts like she don't know what to do. Oh, what do you do on the renewals case? What printer do you use? What is these notes here? Like, dude, the same exact fucking notes as I sent you just 2.5 months ago. Okay, you take vacation literally every other week, a week sometimes, 3 days sometimes, because you've been working at this job for 30 years. I've only been here for a year and a half. Please, you know exactly what to do. Stop playing. And that be pissing me off. I be sending her notes. She don't read the emails. Then she want to come and bother me while I'm trying to listen to the television and do my work at the same time on my computer at work. And I'm just like taking my headphones on. I look back at her and, oh, can you tell me what's going to get done with the billing? Girl, the billing is done how your billing is done. It's the exact same way. You know, I just don't understand. That's my confession. I cannot stand a person that be pretending like they don't know what to do when they've been working at the job, the same damn job for 30 years as I've been working at for a year. Okay? That's ridiculous. That's my confession. It pisses me off.
Well, clearly that bitch is useless. Like,
yes.
Yeah.
She do the same thing.
It's time to let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
Hey. Y'all, before we end the show, if you know somebody that need a resume, please create it, or need some job resources, cover letter, reliable references, etc., contact Rights Resumes by looking up Rights Resumes on any social media site for more information. In Milwaukee residents, if you know anyone in need of a house cleaning, store clean out, elderly help with cleaning, or possibly weekly cleaning service done, contact Angela's Cleaning Business at 414-897-0833 for more information. Thank you all for listening to our show. You can expect to hear from us next week, Thursday, August 25th at 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern. Before we leave, Jen, is there anything that you would like to say to our audience?
I would just like to thank everybody for tuning in. Like, thank you so much, like, to my friends and my family. And, you know what I'm saying, just
we love y'all.
Like, this is just, this is literally, like, just the beginning. Like, just ride the wave. Like, we going to make it one day, y'all. Just give us some time. Like, just give us some time. But thank you so much, seriously.
Yes, this is your host, Angel Vondrina.
And I'm your co-host, John Mosby. And you are listening to Confession. It's not that hard to say it. It's not that hard to say it.
All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you for tuning in.